Welcome back to the Auburn University RFID Lab. My name is Justin Patton. I'm the director of the lab. A lot of updates here for the end of 2018. Also, talk a little bit about what's been going on in the last month. So, RFID Journal Live Europe was at the beginning of November. Dr. Hargrave and I went over and visited with a whole bunch of folks. We had an excellent breakfast session with the retailers over there. There's a lot going on. The expansion rate is high, especially on the vertical retailers, and serialization is a big thing, especially in their EPC program, so it's great news. Hargrave spoke about modern retail, and then I talked a little bit about the Zipper project. Good show. While I was over there, I made a visit over to Graz to visit NXP at their headquarters. Hadn't had a chance to go by there in a few years. It is great to go back to the source, especially nowadays with some upcoming stuff with chips in the market and things like that too. So a very cool trip, had a great time. Coming back, we also did the grand opening for Delta's new aviation building on campus. So that was outstanding. There was a whole slew of people from Delta and from the university and from the state legislature and from the local government. We did a beautiful ceremony. They had the maintenance warehouse building with everybody sitting in there. They opened up the building itself, which is the new aviation classroom building. Those folks got to go use the flight simulator. That whole building is amazing. Next time you're in Auburn, I really strongly encourage you to go by there and check it out. And hopefully, I've already had some conversations with them over there, and we are going to try to do one of our next board meetings in that big boardroom over there. So it'll be really cool. It was a nice place. It was really nice. And University is very thankful to Delta for making that happen. Last week, several students went over to Raleigh and did some training with IBM on Watson. So it's good fleshing out some of their background and getting a little bit more information about how to use the cloud services and things like that too. We really appreciate IBM helping with that. We had some of our students in conjunction with Tuskegee University and some of their students, so it was a great turnout, good session. And then we spent a lot of time with their fabric development team while we were there too, which leads us to the last big topic I want to talk about today. Blockchain is something we've talked about all year. It has become more of a reality with the work group that we've put together. What we're calling that work group is chain integration. That work group is specifically focusing on a project that we are expanding out of Project Zipper. The idea is we're taking some of this serialized data that we're pulling at multiple nodes and multiple points in the supply chain, and we're putting together a blockchain framework based on Hyperledger Fabric. We have a few different retail partners and a few brand manufacturer partners. And instead of just taking the data from the brand DC and the retail DC and comparing it through students at the lab, we're actually working on uploading that serialized EPC data into the blockchain network. It's been very good, high interest. GS1 has been generous in helping give us some resources to host and put that group together. Auburn is leading that group effort along with Tuskegee University. A lot of our board members have opted in, a lot of retailers, a lot of the Zipper participants. Most of you we've gotten opt-ins from in the last few weeks. If you're interested in this project, contact me, and if there's a role available, because we're kicking off really in January, we might have some opportunities for you to get engaged and get involved. And then we send out a bunch of the SOWs for the actual partners to get rolling just before Thanksgiving too. So that's been really good. Data capture's rolling in now. The framework development went great. Lots of questions on security. We have 3 different subgroups as part of this chain integration project. One subgroup is focusing on business case and business value clearly, so what's the payback on this? The second one is really focusing heavily on the standard side. So EPCIS is a big deal. We've talked about it quite a bit. GS1 has some education resources that we're helping with that, and then we're also working on anything new that we need to add or expand to that potentially in the course of the project as we learn it. And then the third thing is on security. There's a lot of things that we need to work on with regards to data sharing, privacy, availability, all that good stuff. So that's working out too. Anyway, very good stuff. Also, GS1 has an actual work group that is a GS1 led and hosted work group on blockchain. They had their kickoff meeting in Chicago last week. I believe Alan from our team went up there and visited and talked to a lot of folks there. They've got a lot of excellent blockchain projects going on in healthcare and pharmaceuticals and food and things like that as well. We've kind of chosen our niche for the project is to pick out on serialized item level EPC and SG10s, and that's where we're kind of going from there. So really good stuff, lots of momentum, continuing to build. Aviation stuff is off on good foot with Delta and some of the others. We'll see a lot of you back here in February of next year for the next board meeting, and then we'll probably see a lot of you before then for NRF and a few other group meetings before then too. So until then, thank you very much. Happy holidays. I hope you enjoy the break, and we'll see you back here in January.